right, I'm going mine.
I mean, who's ever really ready to see Millie get up and start a motherfucking house dancing? We gotta start over. Mother bitch. Yeah, buddy. You already know what it is, man. Old head, Saturday night, man. Ho, 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 man. We in the Christmas spirit, man. Having a great, great day today, man. Excuse me, great night tonight. Off to a good start. Man, episode 30, man. Thank y'all for everybody that's been rocking with us. We're over 350 followers now on Facebook. All our followers, please, please, please go to Old Heads on YouTube and subscribe. Please subscribe, man. If you go to YouTube, go to Old Heads. Please subscribe, man. We need y'all to subscribe. We love that y'all follow us on Facebook. But, man, we're trying to get this YouTube thing popping. Man, go on YouTube and subscribe. If you don't know, I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And man, episode 30, we got a great show today for y'all. First and foremost, we gotta welcome home Brittney fucking Griner, man. Welcome home, Brittney, man. Welcome home, sis. Happy that you're back on U.S. soil, man. I hate that happened to you, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I personally think it was political, from everything I've seen. But yeah, happy that she's home. But hey. Can't say anything more, man. Just happy that she's home. Happy that she got out that jail. Anybody that's like laughing about it, if you've been to jail, I've been to jail for 3 hours. They put me in a holding cell. That ain't nowhere. It ain't built for everybody, man. It really ain't built for nobody. So all you fuck boys out there laughing at that, like, get a life, bro. You obviously never, you know what I'm saying, known anybody that's did some real time. You don't want to see nobody in that jail. Man, outside like a pedophile or some shit like that, yeah, set your punk ass in there. But anything like that, man, for us, you know what I'm saying, not even a gram worth of bud, I don't give a fuck where you at, man. Like, that girl didn't deserve that, but happy she home. But that's enough, man. But just wanted to say that, but I'm going to let these brothers introduce themselves, man. Old Heads, episode 30. Let's get it.
Boy D, Bills, Kendo, a.k.a. French Loaf out in Philly. Back.
Bye. French Loaf in the building, young people. Hey, but we're going to head and get right into it, man. We're going to start off with the sports news of the day. Deion Sanders. Personally, my second favorite football player of all time, next to Sweetness, Walter Payton. Prime time. Leaving Jackson State, and he will be going to Colorado, Boulder, Colorado. I don't know if a lot of you young kids remember back in the 90s, Colorado used to be a powerhouse back out there out west. So kind of interesting to see what Deion is going to do. It looked like his son Shedeur Sanders is going to be going there with him. Hopefully playing quarterback, I'm pretty sure. And then also Travis Hunter, who was the number one recruit last year, will also be going to Colorado. How do you guys feel about Deion going there? He did get the bag. They gave him a 5-year, $29.5 million contract compared to the 4-year, $1.4 million contract he got at Jackson State. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think you feel like he was right for leaving HBCU, or how do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I'm proud of him.
Or do you feel like Colorado's the right place?
Well, I feel like that's part of the evolution. That's the end game, you know. At the end of the day, you know, he probably wants to work his way into the NFL. You know, you got to look at end game goals. You know what I'm saying? All these right now are stepping stones on the way to get to an end game. So I'm super proud of him. I hope he does get a chance to do very well over there. Hell, I hope he even get a chance to maybe even take a step further, maybe even go to the NFL and coach there one day. I would love to see that. Not saying that's what his end game is, but if it is, I would love to see that flourish and pan out. But I'm happy for the man. This is where he needs to be, just because I understand this is the next level. when you go to these big national championships, this is something you need right here. He needed to go to a place like this to get established. Now he gets to really see what he do. I hate he had to lead HB Jackson. I hate that, but you got to evolve, that's the next step, going forward.
How you feel about it, B.I.?
Hey man, of course, I don't feel like, because I don't think the ceiling should be you have to coach HBCUs to make this point, to make your point. I look at it like, to make your point, it can also be, I'm going to bring this notoriety here. He brought a big bag there when he was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The community around him, he brought a big bag. So, with that being said, he went on the greater pastures, man, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, like my man said, like, you don't have to just be here to make this point. What if the point is to see this man ascend to a level that none of us seen coming? But we selfishly want to keep him here for just us. Let that motherfucker blossom, man, and see how he grow. That's first of all. Second of all, shame on the motherfucking kids, man. The motherfuckers down there stealing like a motherfucking Jackson, man. The motherfuckers ain't
That's
shit.
part of the reason why
They
he
ain't
leave.
shit.
They ain't gonna be stealing Boulder like that.
They ain't shit. They still.
They done stole his necklace 2-3 times. He done came in the locker room with his hands up like, come on, man.
They
Who
stealing,
took
dog.
Who took it?
Who still?
Yeah.
They robbed in the coach's office.
I mean,
Locker.
I
Not
guess
even the office, the locker.
Yeah, it was out the
Damn.
locker. It was out the locker. Yeah.
Hey, they cut. They knew they was looking for.
Exactly.
They had coach on the field.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's time for us to steal.
Yeah.
On the real.
Damn. Coach on the field.
Oh, man.
Oh wow.
That's how they did it.
Oh man, I guess I'll have to say first and foremost, I don't know. I'm happy that Deion is doing what he wants to do because I feel like he's definitely put in the work and he has the accolades to do what he wants to do. But I will say, I hate the fact that, or I don't hate anything. I dislike the fact that people look at going to a bigger school as greener pastures. I think as people we need to get to a point to where we need to start making our schools just as big as those schools, and it's no reason why it can't. And that, I guess that's my only issue with it. Like, it's not necessarily an issue. It's just that I feel like I thought he was, I'm super happy for Deion. I just thought he was that person that was going to turn a Jackson State into a Alabama. That type of program.
Do you think that he was that caliber of coach, or just that caliber of character?
I think you have to have the character first because that character is what's going to bring in funds and recruits. You know what I'm saying? You have to have that first. I could say a good example of that would be somebody like Andy Reid. Now Andy Reid has a great mind, but we also know he has Eric Bieniemy on the side of him. You know what I'm saying? Most great head coaches have great coordinators on their side. You know what I'm saying? They're just good at Pete Carroll is another example. You know what I'm saying? Pete Carroll's another, like Pete Carroll, they'll tell you he's not a great X's and O's guy. He's a motivator. You know what I'm saying? He'll get you run through John Gruden. Yeah.
What? No, I'm just saying he's a good when he was coaching and doing
That's
his
true.
thing. Minus all whatever
true.
happened. That's what he was known for.
That's
He was
true.
known for getting a good staff
Yeah.
and making everybody produce to their maximum potential. That's what he does.
His staff all became.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because think about the quarterbacks he took to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Rich
never forget
Rich
that.
Gannon and
was the better
what's the
one.
other one with Tampa?
Brad Johnson, I think.
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson, yeah.
I mean, Rich
I didn't
Gannon.
see
Don't
that
get it
time.
wrong. Rich Gannon he had a huge arm, so I'll take one. But
Rich
like,
Gannon
Brad
is
Johnson.
Rich Gannon is doing what Geno Smith is doing this year.
Yeah.
Rich Gannon was actually playing better.
Yep.
I was about to say, Richard Gannon had a couple of years.
Because he had won MVP that year.
Yep.
He kind of did
but
the
he,
same
but,
thing
but he
Geno
had,
did.
but like I said, taking people who have already been in the league, kind of like that, and getting the max of them, building around the staff, making a strong staff, and then getting everybody to support.
to buy into the system.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's good at
Let's
doing
not
that.
forget, although he was old, they had Jerry Rice and they had Tim Brown.
They should.
Hey,
That wide receiver,
But
Rich
but
Gannon was. He
but
had
think
some
about
weapons.
the flip. When he went to Tampa, think about who he had to throw to. What's my man? Keyshawn Johnson. Come on, man. Hey, I take nothing away from Keyshawn. He's a great receiver. You know what I'm saying? But
Warwick Dunn, Mike Allstott, I believe was there.
Mike Allstott.
they had the #1 red zone offense, and that was about it.
Yeah, Mike
That was about it.
Allstott.
Nobody could stop
Warwick Dunn.
Pittman and Allstott in the red zone. That's
That
all it
defense-
was.
that
And then the defense
defense
came
was
in. The defense would get turnovers, and then you just stop Pittman and Allstott. And that was about it. That was about it. Remember it.
We could have beat him though.
Yeah, they had a
They could have, but nonetheless, that's why I said I always bring his name up because regardless of if he still had this Raider team, I guarantee their record would be a little different. I just guarantee that if he would have had this final year instead of all the, it'd be a different looking team. He was a different type of coach. He demands respect. I like him. I've always liked him.
But I think I don't know. I think overall it's good for Dion. Like I say, I just wish that we can get to a point as to where we start looking at our HBCUs as being as big as other power schools. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we have, not to cut you off. The thing is, we have, I feel like, enough celebrities to where they can really start. I know Chris Paul is real big in investing, but I think we have enough celebrities to where we can really start investing in these schools and really start bringing in these recruits. Because I feel like, that's really the only thing that separates. I feel like you got the culture part on lock. The only thing that separates those schools from other schools is really money and funding. You know what I'm
Funding
saying?
is
So
always
I
funding.
feel like I just don't see anything wrong with just investing in ourselves, especially when you look at some of the greatest athletes came from HBCUs. Walter Payton came from HBCU.
Yep.
Jerry Rice came from HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Earl Monroe came from HBCU. I believe Bruce Smith came from HBCU.
I think so.
You know, so I just feel like if we could put the money in those schools, they can be just as big, because I feel like from a culture standpoint, kids can't get that when you go to a UCLA or when you go to Alabama. But
Right.
overall, super happy for Dion, man. I'm super happy for what he did for HBCUs, putting them on ESPN, and I think all that. I think one thing I can say, I think that opens up the door for maybe another guy that might be retired.
That's
That
what
might,
I'm
you
saying.
know what I'm saying? That could,
That's
that
the
could
point I
maybe
wanted to
take
make.
over a Southern, you know what I'm saying? And then, and then we
more
have a
schools
trickle
and
effect.
more guys.
Right. And
That's what's needed, because
yeah.
Dion can't save every school.
No. And
it's a.
But he definitely opened the door wide open for
yeah,
people to come here and take this
absolutely.
People to
opportunity.
understand this could be your effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the
Absolutely.
trailblazer. He showed us.
Call me crazy. I see Dion coaching Patrick Mahomes. I can see Dion coaching either Patrick Mahomes. I see Andy Reid being in the league maybe 3, possibly 4 more years. They might win a ring or 2. He can move on. By that time, Shador will be in the league, and then Dion maybe another 3, because he signed a 4-year deal. Say he turns Colorado into a top 10 school in 4 years.
That don't get him an NFL coach.
I absolutely think that gets him an NFL coaching job.
Nah.
Who's the coach of the Arizona Cardinals?
But the reason I say that is because look at
Cliff
Jim
Look at his
Harbaugh.
record.
He's out there. He left the game of football to go back to there, and he's still been out there getting rings. And I think he just, you know what I'm saying?
He should come back. to
Right,
it.
And that's what they say. I'm just saying,
Right,
but
but
that
that's
doesn't
his-
guarantee
but
you.
that's
I know
his
a
choice.
team would take him, but that's not necessarily his end game.
No.
He might just want to get to a good college thing. And he might not want to go NFL. You know what I'm saying?
He
We
might
don't
not,
know what
he
his
might
end game
not,
is.
right.
but-
I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
We don't know him. It's really.
I would love to see that. But switching gears just a little bit, we're going to talk about LeBron. But let's go ahead. Let's go right to Tom Brady before we get into LeBron. Tom Brady, he led another fourth quarter comeback where it looks like the Patriots will be missing the playoff possibly this year. Bill Belichick was doing some research, interesting stat. He is 78 and 83 without Tom Brady. Does he deserve? Who do you think deserves more credit for those rings, Tom Brady or Bill Belichick? Now, granted, that first Cleveland team, Bill Belichick was head coach on it, didn't have a lot of talent, but Pete Carroll, this Seattle Seahawks team he has this year, they don't necessarily have a ton of talent. They have a lot of young, talented players, but that's all still coming from Pete Carroll and drafting. So, I don't know. How do y'all feel? You think it's more Brady or more Belichick deserves more credit for those rings?
Belichick. Belichick comes up with the system, the plan, everything from the offense to the defense. I'm not saying he has his hands 100% in everything like that, but he's to say in when they read now. Trust me, if that defense, man, I guarantee you, Bill Belichick's gonna go over there and be like, "Look, man, we switching about whatever you got going on. We switching up 2 or 3, 4 right now." I guarantee you, he has that. He has that type of control. Bill Belichick once took the star, what was it, safety or a corner, out the Super Bowl just to prove a reason, and put somebody else in there, and they still won.
Did they win?
I think they did.
I think they lost that.
Or did they lose that one?
Yeah, I think they actually lost. I'm pretty sure they lost that one. It's a running thing where Stephen and a few people talk about it. Yeah, he was wondering why that happened like that. Then they lost, and it was just like, yeah. That was the year before he made the play. He made the play against Seattle. That was the year before. This was like the next year or some shit.
I still put Belichick up there. He's still the reason I do that.
Belichick deserves more credit than Brady.
Yeah, because he every time they've had like just mediocre players, we'll say that. Just mediocre players. He's made those mediocre or ex-good players, people who were once good, went through a drought, and now they're on New England. He's made them back good. LeGarrette Blount. He made him relevant again. What's the name? White, the running back out there. Edelman, Julian Edelman. What's the
Corey Dillon.
Amendola.
Amendola.
See, I wanted to say him last.
But
His name's I wanted to say him last. You want to know why? Because he was already cold before he got there. But guess what though? He made him a champion.
But these
He made
guys,
himself a champion too, though.
Yeah,
they needed
absolutely.
Corey Dillon.
these guys were
needed
just
Corey
they were
Dillon
just
was nice,
mediocre at the. I'm not going to say they weren't good, but they weren't excelling. These guys had good times and they had going throughout. By the time they got there, he got the max out of them, I would say. And every time they had somebody on those lines, he got the max out of them. He was always trying to get Brady some type of weapon, some type of run game. Just made them available. Even when it wasn't Randy Moss, they went and got what's the other
They
guy?
got Branch back.
Deion Branch.
Yeah, I mean,
They had
he was
somebody
the
else
receiver
at
though.
one point. Who's the man couldn't stay over there with him?
Hey, Ocho Cinco.
No, they had AB over there at one
Ocho Cinco
time.
didn't catch no balls.
They had AB.
AB. Yeah, they did have AB.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
AB. Wow, he taking time.
but at the same time, he was serviceable for them, and he made some. He
only
comes
played a few games. Is what I'm
right
saying.
now. I think the reason Tom Brady is doing well is because he has still one of the top 3 elite receiving corps in the game right now, and that's still at the end of the day when you have Mike Evans, Julio Jones, and weapons, just weapons.
They all really be hurt too. and
They
shit.
do, but he has more weapons than what they got going on in New England. They don't really have the threats or the weapons right now. If you were to give Bill Belichick, say Aaron Rodgers right now, going next year, I guarantee you they're making a splash in the playoffs heavily.
I can make a case for Mac Jones.
I mean, Mac Jones isn't
with the
bad.
Right receivers. But
Right,
you don't
but,
have to
they,
be
but
great.
they don't have any weapons
They have-
over there to be.
They have a decent defense again this year.
They will always have a
If he
defense.
has some wide
and that's what
receivers
he's
to
good
throw
for.
to, Mac
Right.
Jones. Right, I'm making the same case.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, look, man, he
He's
ain't
not
throwing to
bad.
nobody.
He ain't
You know what I'm
bad,
saying?
though.
We seen him, you know what I'm saying, not be great, but we seen him not be as bad as we seen him. It's gonna be ups and downs. It's 2 years.
Right.
But at the same point in time, we seen potential. We were talking about him for a second, like this could be something. But who was he throwing to? You know what I'm saying?
Because think about who Bill Belichick really wanted in this position right now. Who was supposed to be in his position right
I
now?
like Parker though. I like Devontae
Jimmy
Parker.
Garoppolo.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo is, and look how Jimmy is performing when healthy.
I'm about to say he's hurt.
When healthy, look how he performs though. He's a winner.
Mhm.
When he can play,
Yeah.
he's successful. That's who they were trying to groom until they butted heads.
And guess
And,
what else?
and they were like, you know what? Go ahead, we get picks for him and still got him some more.
And Matt
It made
Castle
them-
too.
Yep. Yeah.
He was winning Matt Castle too.
That's true.
He won a whole bunch of games with Matt Castle.
Matt Castle. I forgot about Matt Castle.
And there was
Matt
somebody
Castle,
else.
yeah.
There was somebody else. Remember when he was suspended? That wasn't Castle when he was suspended. That was a different time. He has had some
Brissett.
suspension.
He won a couple games with Brissett.
That's who it was. Yep.
Yep.
I just think I think he deserves like, even though Tom Brady's probably one of the best, I don't see Tom Brady getting as many of those championships without Bill Belichick as a head coach.
No
I
way.
see him only getting maybe
No way.
3, and still fighting for the 3rd one, 4th one possibly right now.
You know what my answer is on this question here? It's like what I've been saying the entire time Peyton Manning was playing. If you put Peyton Manning on that New England team, you win more championships. Peyton Manning to me was better than Tom Brady. Just my opinion, but I felt that he was better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady is good, but Bill Belichick in that system is what made the Patriots win. It wasn't just Tom Brady. Now, if you throw a better quarterback in there, you got even more rings because you got even more ways to win.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be the oddball, man. I have to give more credit to Brady. And the reason why I say this is because Bill Belichick isn't a 500 coach without him. And also, Brady, I mean, we can say that, Brady leaves New England, he wins a ring, right? And I understand you guys make great points saying, well, like you made a great point. He got Godwin, he has Mike Evans, he has all these weapons over there. We got playoff Lenny. Lenny's a different animal. Get all of that. But the way I'm looking at it is, you can say the same thing about the Chargers and Justin Herbert. They have all the weapons. You could say the same thing about the Denver Broncos. They have all the weapons. So, Denver is a top 5 defense.
Defense.
And when you
Defense,
look at
better
offense,
offense,
that's coaching. They have weapons. Jerry Jeudy is a stud. Then you have to have a good tight end, Noah Fant, and then you also have another wide receiver. They have that. That was the whole. That's why everybody was excited about getting Russell Wilson.
Because the rest of me isn't that good.
Who?
Russ, and he's the guy who has to throw the ball.
No. That was the point I was making, is that was what everyone was saying about Denver. All they simply need is a quarterback. They have everything else.
Yeah.
So I feel like Tom Brady is. I don't think he's the greatest football player ever. I think he's the greatest quarterback ever. And I think when you look at his 4th quarter comeback wins and what he's still doing, I don't think it's a thing where it's a 80-20, but I would say it's a 60-40 thing. I think Belichick's system was perfect for Tom Brady, but Tom Brady was the perfect quarterback for that system. Because we can talk about Matt Castle and Drew Bledsoe and all those other guys. They won that same system and they didn't win 7 rings like Brady did. So that's all I got to say about that. You got anything else you got to say about that?
So you think Tom Brady made Bill Belichick better, but do you think Bill Belichick made Tom Brady better? And if so, that's kind of the small margin that we're talking about here in this question. You know what I'm saying? Because they both obviously made each other better.
Mm-hmm.
But do you see Tom Brady winning more rings without Bill? Or do you see Bill winning more, rings in the long run?
We're talking about Bill, or we're talking about the system?
I guess the system. He built the system. He's a GM.
He just became the GM not too long ago. Because I feel like that's the issue. Is by
I
him.
thought he got rid of Ty Law.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, he might.
Motherfuckers mad at that.
He might have. Yeah, I think yes, I think Tom Brady can win. Maybe not 7, but I think he could have definitely won 3 or 4 with the right head coach. I think if you put Tom Brady with Andy Reid, he absolutely wins 3 or 4.
Well, that's saying, well, if you give Belichick, Aaron Rodgers, then another great guy.
Right, but
I feel like Tom Brady enhanced what Bill Belichick can do, and that's what got them over the top as far as that many rings. But I don't feel like they would be in position to get any of those rings without Bill. I think if Tom Brady played for, some other team this whole time, then I think he loses. He played for maybe Cleveland or maybe the
but
Jags.
If you
see,
put
but
Tom Brady on the
it all
Chargers,
depends,
they
though, 'cause
lose.
people forget about that.
If you put him on the Chargers, they lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like there's
You
certain
can put him.
teams.
You can put him. See, but the whole thing is what I'm saying is like, if you were to give the Patriots Aaron Rodgers next year with the current receiving core they got right now, they will be a threat. They will be a offensive threat.
I don't think so.
A threat.
I think any
because
team
Bill
that Aaron Rodgers go
Belichick,
to
Bill
is an
Belichick
offensive
would
threat.
gush at the mouth having somebody like Aaron Rodgers. He would make those plays simple.
I don't
He'd make them
think-
plays so simple,
I'm
and
trying to
he'd
tell
get him
you.
the weapons they need.
Nah.
It'd be immaculate. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
It used to be guys just running wide open with Bill Belichick.
I'm telling
Right
you.
across the middle.
Oh, him and Aaron be right here. They be like,
I'm thinking to myself, who can't make this throw? Why is Tom Brady so great? He's throwing the ball 10 yards in front of him, left or right. It's a guy coming right across. It's just,
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Talk about greatness, man. Let's talk about LeBron. Past Magic on the all-time assist list. Magic has 10,141. LeBron right now has 10,160 and count, which is 6 all-time. Really quick, does that change anything for LeBron legacy? Example, say if you had him at 5th all-time, would that push him in the top 3 or 4, or is it just kind of one of those longevity stats? I mean, because granted, LeBron averaged 7.6, 7.8 assists,
it gotta be.
whereas Magic
it's
averaged
longevity
over 11 a
included.
game.
But guess what else? Karl Malone and motherfucking
But this-
Kareem
this-
Abdul-Jabbar didn't break this record.
this
They
is
played
why
for
this is a
long time.
longevity thing.
But does it change his legacy?
It's
Nah,
fine.
it
does
adds
to me.
to a little bit of his greatness, but it doesn't change his legacy. This is yet something else that'll be etched on one of the things that he's done very well.
But does it move the bar? Say if
Not
you
for
had
me.
him at 7,
Not for me. Not
does
for
it
me.
push him up any?
Nope.
Not at all.
He stays exactly where I have him at in my bar of everything. This is another accolade I expected him to break this year. To be honest with you, so I'm not over enthused about it. But this definitely adds to his greatness as far as when people have a debate to talk about what he can do, whatever, whatnot. This has to be out there because a lot of people say he's just a scorer or he's just a dunker or he's just this. Well, now you have to put this into the mixture because now he's this as well, and this will bruise it. So he can't just be that one-sided figure everybody else like always seems to put him to be.
I like that.
Okay, I'm gonna get both sides of this debate real quick because it's just necessary. First and foremost, Magic Johnson came into the league in 1979. He left in like 92. That's about 13 motherfucking years. LeBron is playing like year 20 or some shit.
20.
So you just do the math on that. 7 extra years to just not be passing him. That is a longevity stat. Same point in time though, it's not gonna move him up on the list of me as far as great players. Like my man said, he at where he at, and that ain't changing in my mind. But at least not that individually. But I'm gonna tell you this, man, because at the end of the day, when you got the most points, you got the most assists, you know what I'm saying, in the history of the game, there's something to be said for that. There's something to be said for that shit. You can't ignore it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot ignore this. You know what I'm saying? These are major, you know what I'm saying, milestones. It took him a long ass time to get there, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, even a guy like me, man, I can sit back and wish he was a different, you know, had different attributes as a player or whatever in real life. You know what I'm saying? Not just no 2K shit. Where I make the motherfucker go dunk on a nigga at the end of the game. Like in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, just go draw the ball. You know what I'm saying? At the same point in time, it's like, man, you know, not no moving up the list type shit, you know what I'm saying? But when he get the points and he got the assists, come holler at me then, and I see somebody get knocked down a peg. Somebody get knocked down a peg. When you got both of them, you ain't never gonna just be up under everybody.
He won't catch Stockton with the assist.
No, nobody
hell
will.
no.
But the reason I say this is longevity is because dude's been doing this straight out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Magic went to college. Spent a couple years in order to get recognized and shit. It'd been different if he came right out of high school, going right into the league like that. It'd been a little different.
Yeah, that's a few more years.
And then like we said,
Ron James, that's right.
then like we said, you could punt a punt coming in as a rookie. Do look at the roster. So, you know, I kind of say it was a longevity because at that time, it wasn't a whole lot deferring. So, he had to kind of, you know, this was something that was worked on, but that's why I say it's a longevity. He had to get better at his passing game. I think when he finally got out by the Heat, that's when, you know, it was easier for him to defer. So, I think him going out there helped bump that up, though. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think me personally, doesn't put him anywhere, but I think it definitely shuts the haters up just a little bit more. Because I mean, you can't deny, man, when the guy is going to pass Kareem all time in points and pass Magic all time in assists. I mean, it's not much more you can say. You can hate all you want.
He's doing it in the Lakers uniform too.
And he doing it in the Laker uniform.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? So yeah, but somebody who ain't been doing so well, the Texans. NFL picks this week, man. Our 3 picks. We're gonna run that down really quick for you guys. I got Cowboys, Texans. My picks were easy this week.
There you go.
Easy this. Yeah, I took a page out your book. Easy this week.
Trying to get the trophy, right?
Yeah, Cowboys, Texans, 28-14. Texans play hard. I love their running back Pierce, the rookie. He's a stud. Reminds me of a little bit of beast mode. Marshawn Lynch runs really hard. But 28-14. I got the Cowboys winning this. It'll be a 28-14 where, in my opinion, it'll be a lot closer than it looks. I can see the Cowboys maybe getting a late score to make it, you know, but the Texans do play hard. But I can see the Texans getting a late score to make it a 28-14 type end. But yeah, 28-14, Cowboys over Texans. I got the Chiefs over the Broncos. Mahomes is 9-0 against the Broncos. Chiefs are 13, have won 13 in a row against the Broncos. So 31-9, Chiefs over Broncos. And then Seahawks. I got the Seahawks Panthers. 19-16, Seahawks over the Panthers. A lot of people, believe it or not, Geno Smith will probably get franchise tag. Will probably make $33 million next year, if not more. Salute to Geno, man.
Salute.
Happy to Geno, man.
I'm scared of that.
Yeah, happy
I'm
to
scared of that
Geno.
too right now. I was talking loud, so straight up.
3 picks, man. Really quick, who we got?
I'm going same Cowboys against the Texans pick. You know what I'm saying? You already see that Cowboys Texans. You see Chiefs over the Broncos.
What?
You know what I'm saying? So we had 2 the same choice. But I picked the Titans over the Jags though. You know what I'm saying? I tried to go.
I was gonna go there. too.
You know
I like the Jags, bro. I like the Jags.
I know.
I don't know. They like one of my favorite teams. I don't know why. Them and Miami. I like Miami too.
I like the Chargers.
Just a little underdog team. You just see him like, man, I wouldn't be mad they win.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be mad they got this out.
Yeah.
Who they play? The Colts? I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Chargers. You know what I'm saying?
You like seeing me like, who they playing? Miami? Nah, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I like Miami too.
I like it too.
Yeah, who we got, man? 3 picks, Hendo.
I got Philly over the Giants. I got Minnesota over Detroit. And then my easy game, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the tough one, man. Tampa over San Fran, man. Brady might get at them a little bit, even though they got a nice little defense, but I think they're a little staggered right now.
That's big. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming.
That's not a pick.
Hey, y'all let us know y'all picks out there too, man. Y'all 3 picks for the week, man. Let us know who y'all pick, man. Man, moving right along, man. We got a great show, man. I love the energy today. Talking about defense, we're at the quarter mark right now. We're bouncing around today, man. We're at the quarter mark right now of the NBA season. And we're gonna do our season awards, quarter season awards today, episode 30. We're getting a little nuts, right? So we're gonna pick our most valuable player up until this point, our most improved player up until this point, our defensive player up until this point, and our rookie of the year up until this point. The quarter mark season awards in the NBA. Who wants to kick it off?
Shit, I'll kick it off.
Go ahead.
Defensive player I got right now, has to go with Giannis, man.
Wow.
Nobody's getting through Giannis right now, man. He just remains to be solid in the middle. Whenever you play the Bucks, you got to spend a lot of time shooting around Giannis.
I like
Point
that.
blank. You're not going to just come there and be dunking on. It ain't going to be dunk face. Some teams can come do that, yeah. But most, nah. It's going to be a tough time unless you get him on a break. If Giannis gets back and he's there, it's going to be tough. And I think, if he's not blocking your shot, he's making you change your shot or change what you're thinking about shooting at any time.
They better not ever play the Atlanta Hawks though. The Hawks for some reason got
Hawks are nice, but they play above the rim. You know, they play a lot more alley-oops and stuff.
His size.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
High flyers. Motherfuckers that jump.
Yeah, that can jump too.
That's what it
They
is.
got their number, dog, for last night. Oh.
Yeah.
Only,
weird.
only thing about the Bucks is I always say it every year since they let what's my man go bald head buddy PJ Tucker go. They don't have a dog over there.
Well, Portis tried.
Somebody.
Mini dog.
I mean, Portis does. Yeah,
point dog.
He's
dog, but
they,
on
they,
the porch. You know what I'm
he
saying?
said he on the porch.
He a porch dog.
He still got a
He
leash.
dog. He
He
on
a
the
dog
leash.
with the leash.
You know what
They
I'm
get a dog
saying?
off the
Yeah,
leash.
you know what I'm saying? Something like that.
But all respects due, but they need somebody else. They need somebody else. They just need one more dog over there. And like I said, when they had them both, it was, they won it. I think right now, for my rookie right now is well, this is tough, man, because Paolo's looking nice. Benedict Mathurin right now, I think, with the Pacers.
Oh, okay, right. That's how you say his name.
Yeah,
Okay.
Benedict. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah, he's averaging 18 maybe close to
18
19,
points, almost 4 rebounds, 1.5 steals. But for a rookie, he's looking real fluent in the system, and that's what I look for. And they're winning games, and they're not looking bad. I'm not saying they look like a threat, but they're functioning. And I think that later, I would say after the All-Star break, that's when you really see them going on their run, and that's when they start looking like a threat.
I'm never gonna say on this show that the Pacers are good. My bad.
But they do look like they could be a threat at certain points.
It's personal.
It's
It's not even like they won't be good or they aren't good. There's a good guy, Mike Kwan, man. I'm going to throw his name on out there.
Oh, I hear you.
I'll be forever.
I say my most improved player that I'm still seeing right now, and the reason I'm saying this is because last year he was a star, and this year I think he's going to be a superstar, is Anthony Edwards. He's just getting better.
I like that.
And he's getting better on offense and defense. When he gets the full groove of gameplay and the little IQ and the knowledge that goes behind it, when they go deeper in the playoffs this year, because they will make the playoffs, people are going to start saying his name a lot more. And they're going to start putting him kind of in that.
Your pick.
They're going to start. They're going to start putting. They're going to start talking about him
I like
the
that.
same way they talk about Kawhi Leonard. I think in a little bit because that's like the same type of player.
Be defensive like that.
Yes. I
think.
think right now he's defensively, he's heavy-handed, which you like to see, stop stuff. You get him a little bit more offensive minded, a little bit more team-based at certain times, get him deeper in the playoffs. Playoffs is when you see true characters, true players, and their true purest form. And I think that's when you start seeing them, you're going to start mentioning, like, man, dog looked really good this year.
I would know that, but I don't watch Minnesota Timberwolves games. Their coach is trash. I don't
Yeah,
respect
but
him.
they got a
What he did in the playoff
solid
last year
team,
was
Rudy G.
ridiculous. Can't stand him.
You know, so and then my MVP still to this day, and like I said earlier this year, Joker. Joker's amazing, and I don't see a lot of people really containing him. And when that Nugget team gets the full strength,
When Jamal Murray
and
gets-
Jamal Murray, who's already hitting big shots, he just closed out a game against Portland, hitting a big shot after Dame was tapping his wrist.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and he closed out that shot. Dame walked his ass slow as hell. All respect to Dame because he
I
hit a
knew
big
that
shot
was too
too.
much time on the clock. I'm like, dang, you know, it's
Too much.
early. It's too early, bro.
But once that man gets back to full strength, where he's doing this like he was before he got hurt, that's going to be a problem team. That's going to be a problem team. And I think Joker's leading that team right now, just like he's been leading that team. And just like last year, I can see him. He's not slowing down.
Yeah.
He's not slowing down at all.
It's a
He
good
is a
list.
problem.
It's a good list. Who you got beyond? Want me to go? What you got?
Oh, shit, you know that.
MVP right now. I got Jason Tatum.
Oh,
Celtics
I
right
like
now.
that.
Celtics right now.
Ooh,
Number
I wanna
one in the
steal
league.
that pick. I like that
30.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 4.1 assists. Next to Giannis, probably right now the second best two-way player in the league.
That's your MVP.
Yeah, that's what I got right now for MVP.
Okay,
Celtics
okay.
have the number one record in the league. Probably the best team in the league right now. Definitely the best team in the East. Yeah, I got Jason Tatum. Most of the time, normally it's whoever has the best record, and that Boston team, they've instead of hunting teams, they're now being the hunted because they're that good. So I got Tatum right now as my MVP. Most improved player, man, SGA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander,
Yeah.
averaging 31.1 points, which is third in the league, 4.7 rebounds, and 6 assists, which is 19th in the league. That kid's a stud. I know the Clippers hate they gave him up. Defensive player, man, I had to go with the Brown, Anthony Davis. 27.5,
He's been getting
12.3 rebounds. He's one of the few players in the league that's averaging one steal and over 2 blocks a game, 2.3. And then my rookie of the year, this is easy, man. The kid who I love, this kid reminds me of a young Derek Coleman, a la Billy Owens. Paolo Banchero,
Man, he's doing great.
21.9, 6.7 rebounds,
He's doing
3.7 assists. Now check this out. Now those numbers that he's putting up, this kid has scored 20 points in his first 5 games. Only 5 other guys in the league has ever done that. Those other 5 guys, all in the Hall of Fame. Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Grant Hill. My apologies, I can't remember the other 2. It's been a long day. But I had to go Paolo Rookie of the Year. Who you got, B.I.?
I went Paulo Rookie of the Year. I went Shea Most Improved. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year. I went with the man leading the league in blocks, 3.9 blocks a game, Brook Lopez.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Hey, man, he leading the league in blocks, man. I seen him motherfucking Eiffel Tower, Stifle Tower, motherfucking.
The Splash Mountain.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Right, he got a good offensive game, too, better than what's his name shit. But my MVP, I really like the what's the name pick. I really like that from boy from Boston.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I love that pick. But he got if he go down, he got Jaylen Brown. You know what I'm saying, to kind of take over the reins. I feel like if Luka go down, I don't know who can really do everything. I know Dinwiddie get buckets, you know what I'm saying, backing him up at the point.
They're going to have to put the coach out there
Man, something.
because there ain't nobody else going to be getting buckets.
Not the way Luka be doing it, you know what I'm saying? So I got Luka at MVP.
I'm not mad at
it
him.
right now.
And
He's dropping in face.
It is
it all depends.
he missed the
on-
ugly one last night, but whatever.
MVP is such an ugly. I don't like the way they phrase it. Because if you said MVP, yes, it would be Luka. Because nobody means more to their team than Luka. Even Jokic. If you take Jokic off that team,
They still
they're
win.
still solid.
They still
like,
win,
they're still tough. You know what I'm saying? If you take Luka off that team, they're not. I respect all NBA
They're the
players.
Kings.
We don't do that.
They're the
here.
Sacramento
Yeah,
Kings.
Yeah, but they're probably looking at a lottery, you know, and that's just the reality of it. So, but I'm not mad at that pick. We running through the show today, man. Wanted to go through really quick, man. I wanted you guys to give y'all out there too 3 players that you think should make their first NBA All-Star team this year. I'll kick it off. First player for me was Tyrese Halliburton, Indiana Pacers.
Ooh,
19.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 11 assists. I think he should absolutely make his first All-Star game this year. The Kings, I've never understood why they. I mean, that's a trade I think that worked out for both teams. Because I think Halliburton is a star, and I think he kind of needed to get out of the way of De'Aaron Fox in a way. You know what I'm saying? Kind of so Fox can grow. I don't think they could have necessarily grown together. I don't think their games meshed that well. Not like a Clay and Curry. So, but I think that worked out for both because they got Sabonis, and Sabonis is as solid as they come. And I think they needed some stability in Sacramento. So, but I got Halliburton at oddly enough, De'Aaron Fox, I think, should make his first All-Star game at 22.8 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5.6 assists. I saw him earlier this year have a closeout performance against the Lakers where he just absolutely took over in the fourth quarter. They didn't have an answer for him. But I think he should definitely make his first All-Star game. And then SGA. Shea Gillis, Alexander, 31, 4, and 6. Kid should absolutely make his first All-Star game. So maybe I don't think he starts, but he should definitely make his first All-Star game. Who wants to go? 3 players should make their first All-Star game this year.
Shit, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if Ja ever been in the All-Star game. Ja Morant.
Pretty sure he made it last year.
I think he made it last year.
Pretty sure.
Because I'm motherfucking, and I ain't use Google, I use Alexa and shit. See, Alexa, this is the difference between Alexa and Google. Google, I should have just Googled this shit, because I would have known for sure when I had to ask the question.
Right.
Hit up Alexa, no. Hit up about Zion, no. I don't trust either one. I don't trust what you
Yeah,
said.
Zion was an All-Star.
You know what I'm saying? See, because those are my 2 picks with LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo made it too.
What?
He made it last year as a reserve.
Say word. I ain't even asking much on that one. I ain't even asking that. I don't even know. Did I see the All-Star game? Oh, what I was doing last year.
Oh, that was the day off.
Man, I must not
Who
even
was
see
at work
shit.
that night?
Yeah, you good. That's all right. We all good.
I watch TV at work.
We good, man.
There's no shit.
Movies. 3.
Number 1, like my man I was just mentioned, man, Anthony Edwards, man.
It's not bad.
He should make. I really think what he's doing, what he does right now, what he offers that team, he should really make that All-Star. But to be fair, he has to keep doing what he's doing very well, because making the All-Star out in the West is very hard, man. That's a lot of All-Stars out in the West.
For real.
Yeah, I don't think he'll make it. You talking about making no book? That's a lot of guys, man. That's a lot of
There's
guys.
a lot of dudes.
We gotta see, though.
Yeah.
We gotta see.
Clay, Paul George, Kawhi.
I mean, they all can't make it. You know, it ain't gonna be a team full of guards.
I don't
right?
think Clay is having that type of year.
Yeah, but when you talk about him being Clay,
Yep.
you know, I could
That's
definitely
gonna push him off the list, exactly. So a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna make it that guard position. You got Dame, too many motherfuckers. Straight up, Russell Westbrook probably should still be there. He could
Let
be
me see.
the 6th man of the year.
Brother, I thought should have made it last year because he had an all-star performance. Really, he did, especially in the playoffs. Jalen Brunson.
Wow. That's not a bad pick.
Jalen Brunson still plays like he was playing for the Mavericks last year.
He's playing better this year.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, if he stays at that high level like he was playing in the playoffs like he did, if he stays playing like that, I don't see why he won't make it in there. He's playing very well, and that's all they kind
I
of need.
feel like you didn't even want to say that.
Why you say that?
Cause you like trying not to smile. As you say that shit,
No.
Hold on, man.
It's not. He's from the land, so I'm not mad at that pick.
Okay.
I'm not
He
mad
in a
at
good
that.
position right
No,
now.
I'm 100%
he's
with
really
the shit
balling.
said.
He's really balling.
Yeah, I
He in a good position right
He
now.
was actually on my list of most improved players. Yeah.
He averaged 16 points, almost 5 assists.
Mhm.
So he all right right
It's
now.
just the Knicks, man. It's hard to give any credit to anybody on the Knicks, man. That team.
It is, boy. Hey,
It's a ray.
he balling, man.
Without
If
them
he
winning.
stay balling like he is, man, you know, shit.
Without them winning,
And then
crazy.
low key, and this is kind of based on a little bit of success from Embiid, a couple other people, but Tyrese Maxey,
Yeah.
he's a baller, man, and I really like him because it was between, it was really between him and Ayu, but Ayu doesn't get that type of clock in order to demand that type of stuff, just to be real, but Maxey does, but people on that team could take away from Maxey's performance. And if he passes to him and he takes 15 dribbles and then shoots, he doesn't get that assist. But yeah, he passes to him. So technically it should be, but see, that's the only way it can affect this game. When it's him and Embiid jamming, yeah, but Harden kind of puts the wrench in there when he has to create his shot, put it like that. If he's set, he's solid. But when Harden has to create, he takes away from the others sometimes. That's just sometimes. But given the success, I think Maxey can squeeze in there as a reserve. He's a baller, man. He really is.
I like Max, I like Man from the Clippers.
I do like
I've
man as
always
well.
liked both of them. That's what it is.
I think man from the land too. Chance man, I think so.
Yeah, that was mine.
I think maybe. I think so. That was yours.
That was
You
mine.
say anybody else be out? No.
Oh, hell no, I didn't think about that. I didn't think of this story. Caught totally off guard. All my dudes that actually played, shit, I don't know. I sat back and thought of a few things. Nah, good listen, man. Let's move on.
Man, well, shit, man. We're making good time today. What's that time? I think it's that time of the day, B.I. What time? Can you tell these people what time it is?
Oh, man, y'all already know. Trade yourself. And
Trade your motherfucking self, sir. If this your first time checking out Old Heads, man, Trade Yourself. This is our final segment, man. We do this at the end of every show. And Trade Yourself is simply just, it's anybody in the sports world that basically, like, you won't know what, you're a crumb ball. It's a nice way of saying somebody you're a crumb ball. You won't know what, you need to, goddamn it, trade yourself. Instead of cussing somebody out, don't cuss them out. Don't call them a crumb ball. Just tell them you need to trade yourself. And that means, goddamn it, you need to change your attitude. Whatever you doing, you need to stop doing that shit. So go ahead and y'all let us know who need to trade themselves, whether it's your supervisor, your cousin, your uncle, hell, could be your kid, need to trade themselves. But this segment we like to call Trade Yourself. And I know for me this week, I nominate all you Brittany Griner haters. All you fuckboy weirdos who put up the smiling emoji and this and that, and we shouldn't have sent her home, and you can't be smoking, rah, rah, rah. Look here, man, that girl had less than a gram. And as far as all the research I've done, she actually had a prescription for it. It happens, man. There's no way that girl should have been a 9-year sentence. I was just looking at a show, and a gentleman said that he had never seen anything like that, and he had been locked up in Russia, and he had never seen a sentence that high. I was just doing some research today, and they said for anything under 6 grams is normally at the very most 12 days of being in prison. So if you can't tell me that her getting 9 years was political, then you're just not doing your research, or you're being woefully ignorant. So all the people out there, man, I don't want to see anybody locked up, man. Like, I mean, unless you're doing some bogus shit, but like, as far as like, for something like that, I don't want to see anybody locked up, and especially not excessively locked up, because if you know anyone who's been locked up, or you've been locked up yourself, it doesn't help make you a better person for the most part. It helps you make you be a better criminal. That's what's going to help you be a better person, is being out here in the real world, dealing with real world shit, real world issues. Yeah, man, all you fuck boys out there that's finding the Brittany Griner thing funny, or the fact I'm mad that she's coming home, yeah, trade your motherfucking self, man. Humble yourself. But that's all I got to say about that.
Snap. Honorable mention, man. Anybody that thought the Lakers was as trash as last year. Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham got them understanding a little bit, man.
Madrikas Hassel, my guy Madrikas, the LeBron hater.
Man, if this team gets better, which they have it's a good possibility that they will. If this was a team from last year with the way they were playing, I would say this team may not actually get that much better with the way that they play, just standing around, whatever. Mm-hmm. When I see them play now, it's a lot of cutting off the ball.
It is.
And then there's a lot of guys actually making the pass on time. That actually happens for them sometimes. I was watching the game last night. They made 13 passes in a row. Like, they're just heating up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is just the beginning. This is it's still.
I feel like they just ran out of gas.
I feel like it's early in the season.
Yeah.
And they had a horrible start to the season, but with the way that they play, with the quality of players that they have, if they can creep into the playoff, they might be a problem for somebody in that first, second round. Mm-hmm. They just might be, if they get any better. If they get any better, which I think they actually should. So for anybody that's counting them out, you might want to trade yourself. Mm. But the real trade yourself, that's honorable mention. The real trade yourself, I gotta say this again, it's the NBA schedule makers. These dudes are horrible. Man. I gotta drive that point home. They're horrible. It's 13 games one night, 3 games the next night. I don't know who told them that's a good mixture. Make it 6 games one night, 7 the next night, do something. You ain't never gonna keep doing it like that.
Right.
I mean, when we gonna get a break, man? I ain't trying to watch 3 games. There's always the Pistons playing.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody, I don't want to see the Pistons playing in Toronto again.
Oh no, I like Cade.
He said again.
I like
Come
Cade.
on,
I like
man.
Cade Cunningham. Cade, Jaden Ivey.
I like players on every team, man, but you know,
I
you
know
want
what you
to see
mean.
the nicer games. You
I
know
know
what
what
I'm
you
saying?
mean, trust
Plus,
me,
shit,
I
I
do.
understand everything ain't that dope. That's why you give us 6 to choose from. You know what I'm saying? Then we will pick which week game to watch. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Sorry,
a
but
good
whatever.
point.
You know?
That's a good point. Who did you trade themselves in though? Finish it out.
Oh man, nail in the coffin, man. Jerry Jones. Just go ahead and just trade yourself, man. You've been haunting Dallas your whole career, man. Just go ahead, get up out of there. He ain't doing them no justice. Only thing he doing well over there is bringing money to squander off. Trade yourself, my guy. Come let somebody else take care of that Dallas team and put some of the pieces of actual work and get that team back to what they used to be.
Wow, Jerry Jones. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad. I think he's just getting older.
He is.
And
Just doing foolish shit.
I think he need to. I think they definitely need an influx of some youth over there because they got talent.
Yeah.
He's done a great job of getting talent.
Think of how long his run has been.
Oh yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, anybody out there that still want Odell Beckham to come back and still think he's going to be successful this year, trade yourself. It's not going to happen. Okay, if you want Odell to be a Pro Bowler this year, go get an Xbox or a PlayStation and buy Madden. It's the only way it's going to happen. Okay, I don't know how he's finagled all of you all into thinking
That's
that
hilarious.
and then to thinking that he's this one piece that's going to get you over the hump. It will not happen. He has about as much metal in his knees as these tables. Okay? I love Odell. I love Odell. I do. But he's not gonna
That's
put
tough.
you over the he's not gonna put you over the hump this year. Now next year, if you want to sign him this year for next year, awesome. By then rehab and everything should be fine. But all the people thinking that he's that one piece that's gonna get you over the hump, no. You're probably the same people that thought Russell Wilson was gonna get Denver over the hump. Trade yourself. But hey, great show today, episode 30, man. We're going to keep bringing y'all good content, man, great content. We thank y'all for rocking with us. Man, we also have to give a big shout out, big success to the old school versus new school basketball game last Sunday, man. That was huge. Excuse me. New school won again by 1 point, 70 to 71. Shout out to everybody that came out. Big Rob dropped 40. I think he dropped like 41, something like that. Kenny, who won MVP for the winning team, had 24. Shout out to Justice, my nephew, Luton, man. Hendo actually came and didn't even go home. Came straight from Chicago to step in and catch the second half. So, man, it was a great success. B.I. did a great job coaching, man. So, it was a lot of fun, man. We got another one coming up in the springtime. We're going to be letting you guys know a date on that. But, yeah, man, also want to give a shout out to Press Break, downtown La Crosse, Wisconsin. It's Saturday night. You look for something good to eat, want some Chicago food. They got the cheesy beef, the cheesy nachos, the Chicago dogs, all that good stuff. Press Break, downtown La Crosse, Wisconsin. Also, Saturday night, you want to listen to some good music, man. Get yourself in a good vibe. Maybe play the game or something, want some music to listen to. Download Bump That Radio app, man. Trying to bring music back like how it used to be. Bump That Radio. You can go on Google. You can also check out your iPhone. What is the iPhone store or whatever? You can just go on Google, man. Yahoo, whatever. Bump That Radio, man. Please download the app, man. Trying to bring music back like how it used to be. Bring radio back like how it used to be. And also, man, King Cairo Car Wash, La Crosse, Wisconsin, man.
KO.
King KO, excuse me. Check them out, man. La Crosse, Wisconsin, man. You need your car clean. We just had
Detail.
detail, man. We just got all the snow and salt. Please go check them out, man. Go check them out. That's Cuzzo. He doing
Some of
big
the best
things.
work in
Man,
town.
some of the best work in town with some reasonable prices, man. King KO, man. Car wash and detailing. But, man, like I said, episode 30, it's a wrap, man. We finally made time for once. We getting better at this, man. We thank y'all for rocking with us. Old Heads, episode 30. I'm your co-host, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, aka that dude, aka Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. I'm out of here, man. Episode 30. Y'all brothers want to let me know where I can see all that?
Man, you know where to find me.
The boy Bills.
Hey, Bills.
Hey man, the referees I heard still under investigation though for that that they had.
Man, we had
Donahue
the
out
Michigan
there.
game happened, man.
What you
Somebody
say?
called an extra. We out here calling extra timeouts, man. It was 13 timeouts available for some reason. I don't know. It's a foul, timeout, foul.
Well, yeah,
We don't know, man.
we
But
had
they in an
seconds.
investigation.
Hey,
We had seconds at the end of the game. It never happened. They under investigation. Got Donahue out here.
old heads.
It was at the bar.
They was at the bar.
This shit ain't over.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit, y'all.